So, from the ecstasy of the Patriots' triumph, we turn to the pure agony of Atlanta's loss. For more on that, alongside Michael and Brandon, here's the host of Monday QB, our guy, Adam Shine.
Yeah. JB, thank you. When you say opinions, you mean like this? How do you not run the ball, Kyle Shanahan? 5 runs, 28-3. Yeah. That can't happen. And to me, after the Julio Jones
You're going to open
catch,
with that?
Yeah. JB said I have strong opinions. He's right.
So if it worked for them in week 1, week 5, week 6, week 10, in the opening round of the playoffs, why would they defer from that? Why would they go away from that? Being aggressive. That's their
22-yard line. Run the ball 3 times.
Hey, because you did it in week 1, week 5, week 7 to get to this point. Now you're at this point. If you blow it, all of that was for naught. Right then, I'm with you. On that ball, you catch that ball on 22-yard line, right here, it's time now to let's run this ball and kick this field goal and be up by 11 points. The game, they lost that game because of play calling and execution of a few plays. Those few plays gave
what are you doing
New England the opportunity.
You're a New England guy.
I want to learn some football. Keep going.
They gave New England the opportunity to come back.
I would tell you this.
You got to play those percentages.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not going to be long-winded like you two guys. I see why y'all are colored guys on Westwood 1.
But all in our time.
Yeah, come on. But this is what it comes down to. It doesn't matter if you're losing by 40 or if you come back from 40. The game comes down to your point, a few plays. And that game, the difference in that game was 3 plays. That's it. That's it.
Wait, but Brandon, hold on. Jones makes that catch at the Patriot 22-yard line.
Right.
Throwing the ball there, going backwards, that violated sports, time,
violated
score,
sports.
Logic, math. Run the ball.
Explain that to me. How did that?
Because if you run the ball, the clock is your friend.
Right.
You kick a field goal.
A 41-yard field goal. A 41-yard field goal?
You're telling me Matt Ryan's going to miss it?
One of the best kickers in all of football, in the history of football, missed a chip shot at the beginning of the game. So we're talking about a 41-yard field goal. How is that a chip shot? How is that easy to make?
Well, listen, run the ball here. You don't know. I'm running the football. If I get great runs, I'm still trying to run the ball for a touchdown.
That's right.
But I'm playing the clock also, Brandon. I'm playing the clock. I want to try to get this clock down. I want to get those timeouts off their board. And they had timeouts at that time. So I want to hand this ball off and get those timeouts off the board. Then kick this field goal. And hey, even if I miss the field goal, they still have a long drive to make.
The clock is your friend. By the way, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm just listening. I did want to say a little something. You know,
if you want me to teach you football and time and distance,
I'm definitely not going to learn anything from you. So let's take clear.
If they would have listened to me, they would have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes. Choke in the history of the Super Bowl.
But I expect Atlanta's defense to be a little more creative. When you're just getting run over like they were with a hurry up, you got to take a chance. You know, for no other reason, just to let them make the big play, get your offense back out there. And here's the other thing that bothers me. In overtime, where you're watching it, I was screaming from the stands, call a timeout. Let your defense rest. Let it gather itself, because you could see New England was marching, and I never see it. Coaches never call timeouts for their defense, but that would have been a great example to do it.
JB.
Did Adam play like flag football or something?
I was about to ask you. No, was he all?
Why am I the only one who knows anything about football in this?
Talking about
Michael and I.
You know what's funny?
What are you talking about?
Hold on, time out.
Sports, logic, run the ball.
You know what's funny is that the New England Patriots, we're sitting here and everyone's talking about how great the New England Patriots are. And I've had the opportunity to play against these guys in the division when I was with Miami and now with the Jets. So I see them twice a year. And what they do, they never let up.
Period.
Here's their philosophy.
You're right.
And they're always striking. So now we have the Atlanta Falcons, and they end up blowing a 25-point lead. And the way they blew it, what you guys are saying, is because they didn't run the ball. And that's opposite of their approach, the approach that got them here. So I don't understand that.
4 minutes left in the Super Bowl. It's the season.
It's over.
Did you pay attention to the early in the show? When you listened early in the show?
Yes.
We've all
Brandon thought it was over.
It's over.
And I agree with him.
And let me say this.
In that situation, run the ball. We've all said that.
Let me say this too, guys. Let me say this. I don't know how. Because for the rest of their lives, for the rest of their natural born lives, they will think about this. They will think about this. This will eat at them. I'm curious about how they will even handle coming back next year after that loss. It's going to be a tough
So you
comeback.
don't think they'll be able to bounce back?
It's going to be a tough comeback now. It's not so easy to think, oh, we lost and we'll be all right next year. Ask Carolina.
It's not about
It's going to be
back.
tough.
It's that you got to live with it.
Yeah.
It really
For the rest of your
It's amazing when you lose the Super Bowl how it becomes such a detriment to your football career, the way people look at it.
Now, you see Brandon, he never smiles, right? He never smiles.
No, this is, he's been angry today. I like,
Now,
I like angry Brandon.
Phil, as we know, is the executive producer of the show. But
Week by week.
depending upon whether or not you're here, we like to, at the end of the day, make sure everybody gets their say. So, we know how much you love the show as a kid. You love the outtakes.
Yeah.
You love the bloopers.
Oh, gosh.
So, we want the audience to know about JB when the cameras aren't on.
Yes.
So what does JB do before?
Look at JB looking at it.
Hey, Boomer.